Hi everyone, Mature Simmer here. So welcome back to Coast Trucking as I continue to try to explore Mexico and get around to various areas. So last episode where I arrived was Santa Maria del Oro. That is where I'm at. I don't have tons of jobs to pick from, but the first one available is going in a good direction for me. My biggest problem is it expires in 53 minutes, but I've got other jobs at Cascadia, and those seem to be the locations. I'm hoping I'm going to be alright. It looks like I'm close to where I need to be, but if not, I'll probably take one of these two jobs because they go kind of in the right direction as well. But we'll worry about that as we go. Alright, well, the biggest challenge is going to be just getting out of... Oh, okay, the door will open. It's just getting out of here, because I'm like, I need to back out, but I don't. Alright, well that helps. Alright, and it looks like Cascadian is right down the street. So that is a good thing to see.
Turn left.
I'm not sure, sometimes in town the time clicks away pretty fast. Sometimes you're a bit on town time, as I like to call it, or city time, where the sim slows down quite a bit. Alright, so I am able to get the job here. Alright, so let me address one thing that's slightly related. If you're a fan of my Euro Truck series, Real Economy Trucking Euro Style, you may be wondering what's going on there. It has been gone in its normal time slot for quite a while. It's probably going to be coming up on a month. My intent is that I'm not going to try to stop that, but the challenge I have is Real Economy mod that I'm using has been updated for 1.47, and that breaks it for everything else. So I can't do what I'm doing here as I wait for things to be updated and wait for maps to be updated, which is continue to play in 1.46. Because the Real Economy mod won't function. So, and Pro Mods is still in operation, and where I'm at, like if I didn't have Pro Mods, I can't even be in the area of Europe I'm in. So, let me see. I assume I need to go to the right? Yeah, I think so. Alright, so we will head out that way.
Turn left.
Or to the, yeah, I don't know why I said right.
Turn left.
Too many things going through my head as I'm trying to explain to you the situation with Euro Truck. But anyway, as I said, not really specific to this series, but if you're a fan of truck sims, you might have been like, well, I'll see what his American Truck Simulator series is about. And I wanted to at least address it and let you know. As soon as I can, it'll be coming. I checked this morning to see if the Pro Mods Europe maps and Middle East maps have been updated. They are still in development. So this series is simply using a lot of map updates, so that's part of why we're still in 1.46 here. As well is I'm waiting for all those maps to be reliably updated. Last time I checked, I haven't seen any that have been updated, but it has been a few days. So I did not check this morning because I'm less concerned, as I know I can always continue as I am, basically indefinitely. Because there's not any specific mods I'm using here that fall into the same problem that I have in the other series. Alright, as expected, I figured this was a mountain journey, but the good news is I've got some time to get where I need to get to. So, and this isn't an urgent delivery like I had the one time I was carrying a heavy piece of equipment. But yeah, we're like down there, and we're climbing up here into the mountains, which is exactly what I was expecting to be happening as I came over to this section of the map. Now that I've understood what's happening in this area, or kind of along this side of the map in Mexico, from where I was up north a bit. So this isn't a very long trip. It's only 107 miles, which in theory means I should get there in no time, but given that I can climb at 22 miles an hour, that's not going to be accurate. Wow, this is a nice sharp turn. I'm hoping I don't run into anybody around the turn. I'm hoping the traffic engine is nice to me. Goodness, another sharp turn here. Alright, Branco J has leveled up. I got a large fleet of drivers. Probably gonna go ahead because this one shouldn't be too terribly long. It'll probably still be within my normal limit. I try to keep the episodes an hour or less if at all possible, and usually that is pretty simple to do. I try to keep it closer to 30 minutes, so 20 to 40 is kind of the sweet spot. But lately I've not had any that say I'm getting done in 10 minutes and then I jump on a second load, so it's usually been one load. I only got 15,000, so that moved us to 1.3 million. But yeah, last time I think I had a bit of a challenge, and so I want to make sure I don't hit that guy. I didn't go ahead and do anything with the money. I was just happy to be done. And so we'll see how things end up here. Goodness, some of these turns we're coming up on two really tight turns. It almost looks like we're cresting the top of the rise here. Maybe going back down the other side. Yeah, it looks like, so that'll help. It's interesting how the road kind of changes from paved to what I would say is sand here. But yeah, this is a little bit easier going downhill, assuming again that I'm able to get through without running into any traffic. Looks like there's a bit of a rock slide over there, so I just want to be... Oh boy. And he won't move. There's not much... Oh boy. Sir, can you back up? But you won't. Then I'm going to get yelled at for hitting you. I don't think I got by him, but I think maybe they have collisions off or something just because of the reality of what's going on in these areas. I know that can be done in the game, I think. I just don't know. I didn't realize it could be done in areas of the map, but maybe, because there wasn't even a warning. I mean, it's sometimes some areas you'll have a collision, but they don't charge you anything, but I've only kind of run into that in Euro Truck, and I think that's an impact of the Real Economy mod. But, alright. So right now, I mean, there is one turn coming up that looks a little bit tight, but not a full hairpin. It's kind of it's a little more than 90. But yeah, so what I'm getting at is I think this shouldn't be too bad, especially the way I'm going right now and seeing how this is working, that I should be able to then wrap this up with doing some work. See, so yeah, I think what sometimes it does is, yeah, it has people wait. Oh boy. In certain areas, knowing that there's traffic and you can't drive, but for whatever reason that car was waiting for me around that turn, and I didn't have anywhere to maneuver to try to make it any different. But we should be able to go ahead and use our 1.3 million to expand our company some more. So I'll certainly be doing that as well. Alright, well, not nearly as big of a mountain situation as I had. It's definitely interesting, and I think some of the challenges, some of these cities, I think they're just kind of the road goes to them, but you can't really continue. Now, given that this seems to have a pretty significant kind of official marker of like 44 and whatever here. Maybe that'll be different on this one, and it will continue through the town, so that for ongoing jobs, we're going to have more options. Oh boy. If this building wasn't here, I could kind of go into the ground a bit, but it is there. I don't know, it's hard to tell if I stayed clear of him or not, or if I gently nudged him over a bit. I wish the AI would be smart enough to back up, like if there was a situation like that where if I gave them time, they could back up and give me the ability to finish the turn. But I've not seen anything that does that. So, definitely not an easy trip, but pretty pleasant. You know, so there's enough of terrain that it's fun, but it appears the mountains are maybe a little less defined here, further to the south than where we had been running a few episodes before. And this is an area that does have a bunch of little cities that I would like to certainly get to as I try to explore more of the Mexico map here, the Team Reforma map that is there. I caught something out of the corner of my eye on the left side. I thought there was another car there, but there was not, thank goodness. Alright, so it looks like we get to a T-junction here. Oh, someone came back empty, $1,300, but the size of our company now, we can take those hits a lot easier than we were able to in the beginning. Alright. So, a little bit further. I just don't know if we go right or left there, but hopefully we'll get good directions early enough from the GPS. I knew this would be a challenge when I picked up the load, when I saw the kind of trailer, you know, I mean, these articulated trailers with large heavy haul loads are always a challenge no matter where you're going, because they just require a really wide turn radius. And the other thing is at the delivery end, you're never really asked to back in because you really can't back these up effectively, which is part of the problem, where if you get stuck somewhere with another tractor-trailer combination, you might be able to back yourself out and fix things, but it's pretty challenging with these. I mean, truly impossible, but there are times I've just muscled it through, and it's not been fun, but it's worked. Alright, so Guanacevi, I don't know if I'm saying that right, but I think that's what it would be, or close to it. So that is where we are going, to ADM, I think, to Archer Daniels Midland. And we're not too far away. It didn't give us a lot of time, but we have almost a 3-hour buffer from when we would be considered late to when we're actually supposed to be there. So I think we're going to do okay. Alright, yeah, these are smooth enough turns that I'm able to, for the most part, stay on my side of the road. So that has been helpful. Now that is an interesting rock formation. That is cool. Very well done as well. Very well modeled. And I'm guessing that's pretty realistic. Oh, we've got another driver who could not find a job. Alright, we are seeing our delivery point appear on the map. But we've got a bit of a S-curve. Yeah, the police officer at least seems to have reasonable fear for him and his vehicle. He slowed down when he saw me coming around the turn. Alright, a nice long straight bridge here. Looks like it says Biogame, but I'm sure it's Biogame or something like that. I think we stay on this road, we don't turn. But yes, at least this segment, I think, okay, yeah, that's BHP Billiton. So if I have a job there, if I remember, that will be good, because yeah, otherwise it looks like we just have, I guess we have the wood location as well before we get to ADM. So yeah, I'm not sure if this is a loop here. Oh, there's more. Well, no, never mind. That's BHP Billiton back there finally showing up. But yeah, this looks like it's basically a circle around town. So actually we could get to anything pretty quickly here. So I should be pretty good coming out, even with a job that doesn't give me a lot of time. Now I do have to rest at some point. I got an hour and 14 minutes till I'm required to rest for my hours of service. So I'm certainly going to want to do that after I deliver. As far as gas, I'm okay right now. I'm not doing long enough jobs that I'm too worried about it. But yeah, this is probably a somewhat typical town. Wow. With this kind of trailer. Luckily, yes, they left the cars out so I could swing a little bit more. Oh boy, what are you guys doing? Is there a stop sign, or is this just one of those towns that's like, nah, we just drive? Which is probably not uncommon in certain areas. But wow, nobody stops. Okay, are you gonna go? Or am I finally in your space enough that you're not? You are unbelievable. You just wait.
Go straight on.
So, looks like we're basically like right up to a mountain there. And of course, if we have as much traffic as we did in the other place, and we seem to, this could get really interesting. Come on, go by. Alright. Because I need... now I did hit the one. But I obviously couldn't have gone much further, so I tried. So I guess I didn't hit those other people, or again, we were off at other places. Alright, looks like there is where we park. I'm not sure if I'm going to get stuck on the fence. Alright, I was able to run through that. There's a lot of big equipment here. I really would prefer not to take more of it, but that may be all we have. It's not going to let us park, is it? These are always challenging to get in the hitbox. I'm going to try, but I don't think I'm going to be able to, because like I said, so I think I'm going to have to skip the parking and just pass up on the bonus. But it's the best I could do, so we've got that. So let's take a look and see what we can do with our money. So if I go to the garage manager, I do have all my garages full, so I've got a choice. I can keep expanding and adding garages, or I could just go ahead and make some of these bigger. I think it would honestly be better. Tulsa is where I'm out of. That might be why we're 100% productive. Yeah, none of these are terribly productive. I mean, there's some that are in the 80 range, but so maybe I'll do that. Maybe like I'll expand Texarkana. So we'll upgrade. That'll be 100,000, and then we can get 2 more drivers and 2 more trucks. Alright, so we're going to go to My Fleet Configurations, because we just buy these the same way, and we're going to be in Texarkana. Where's my destination garage? There we go. Oops, didn't pick a slot. So we'll do that, and then we'll buy another. Alright, so that gives us 2. Yeah, we'll be able to continue some more. So before I do that, I need to expand again. So I guess we can do this, and then we can do Vernal or Brampton. I don't remember where Brampton is. Let me do St. Louis. We'll upgrade that. Vernal's in Utah. I'm going to try Brampton because they're a little better. I think that's going to be as far as I can go, because that's going to give me 4 trucks. So we'll go back to our truck dealers, Peterbilt, and we're going to buy online. Go back to our fleet configs and purchase, and then where's Tulsa? Or wait, there's Tulsa. Duh. Oh wait, did I not expand Tulsa? I don't even remember what I expanded. Okay, so this is Brampton. We'll put it there. It doesn't matter which order I go in. Well, that's good. That's actually a good spot, because it's my garage that's the furthest east, so it kind of gives my ability to expand my East Coast operation. And now I need to find my other area I expanded. It wasn't LA. It's not Vernal. That's where that is. Alright, where? Which one is this? Oh, it's the garage we did. Oh, this is St. Louis. I don't know what I'm thinking. I'm seeing the other city names that are popping up, and it's just playing with my head. Because, yeah, it's like Farmington, Missouri is what's showing up, and I'm like, I don't have anything in Farmington. Alright, so yes, so that is right exactly where we need, but that means we've added 6 trucks. So let's go recruit some drivers and hope we've got some real studs. Well, we have 1. So these guys are a no-brainer if you get people like this that show up. Big question is, where do I put him? I think I'm going to put him in the center here, where he's in theory got access to a lot of stuff. So we'll run him out of St. Louis. These guys are basically the same. He's got hazmat, so I'm going to actually hire him. Put him in Texarkana. I think I may pick this other guy that's oh, this guy is actually better, because he's got, I think, the, I think this is time. This is high value cargo, fragile, and I think this is time, so he's already certified for that. Has some benefits there. So we'll put him there, because I think hazmat will be important down in that area. Let's see. So we'll go ahead, we'll just, any guys that have certifications, just always, that gives them options for more jobs. So that's why I'm leaning toward these. I'm going to put him up here as well in Brampton. And I think I need 1 more. I don't know that I agree that Daniel's the best. I'm gonna go with Rosarka here. And then, is it Texarkana that still needs one? St. Louis? St. Louis, alright. And that'll do it. Alright, so at this point, our drivers should be filled out. So we've got 30 now. So let's see. They're on long distance. Whoops, I need to shrink them down. Oh boy, I need to shrink all these down. Oh boy, yeah, I haven't been checking this enough. I usually don't want to get them anywhere near that far before I go to balanced. I'm usually trying to do 3 like this and then have them spread things around. So then the benefit of someone like Nathan here is they can start to change things. Alright, so they're balanced. Alright, Ulrike is balanced. Heineck, Nikolai should be balanced. Daniel is balanced. Alright, he should... Now these are, I think, my new guys. So I want long distance on all the new people because I want them to be able to obviously have a longer or a bigger range of jobs. So this doesn't seem right. Do I have a truck? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Interesting. It almost makes me wonder if I have a garage where I'm missing a driver. Let's see, 5, 5. No, I don't. I don't understand how I had a driver that was already fully kitted out like that, as far as, because in theory then that means Daniel was one of the ones, yeah, because he's in St. Louis. Oh, that's right, but he was the 4.2 guy, so I didn't really look at specifically what he had other than, wow, he's a great driver. So, but yeah, he's already good and he's balanced, so then we'll just start giving out points there. Right, so that expands our company a bit, gets us 6 more trucks, 6 more drivers. So definitely good use of our capital. You know, got our money back down to just over 100,000, but that's where we stand. Thanks for tagging along. I'll see you next time.